Coming from the crossroads, this is the Rock Hour with DJ-Z, your rock ambassador. Good afternoon, conversationalists, music lovers, thrill seekers all across the fruited plain. I am, of course, your host, DJ-Z. A little extended intro there for you. If it was done on purpose, we're going to go with, yeah, it was. You are listening to Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station. Of course, I hope you have your apps fired up on your Radio FX app. Tell your friends about it and look for Vaquero Radio. Tell them to go there or tell them to go to utrgvradio.com. It is 86 degrees outside our sunny station here. Partly cloudy. The wind's not too bad outside. Don't know where it's at over there where you're at. And to think this weekend we are going to have a cold front. No, winter's not over yet. It's going to get into the 60s here in South Texas. You know what that means. Keep your beanies, your gloves, your snow boots, and your heavy jackets out because we're down here, 70 degrees, anything 70 and below is cold. So yes, we're getting a cold front, and hopefully we get some much needed rain. Don't know about the rest of the country, but I know down here we have burn ban in effects everywhere. Nobody can burn anything. People take trash or even their... not their refuse. They take their twigs or chop down trees. They put them out into the ranches because we live in Texas. Everybody's got ranches and horses, and cowboy hats. This is Texas. Well, at least that's what we're told by our friends up north anyway. Like when I mean up north, I mean anybody past Raymondville. So yeah, they burn stuff. So we got burn bans in effect everywhere. No water anywhere. Everybody's grass is drying up. Whatever the freeze didn't freeze, well, it's just now dying because of no water. Yes, we had a freeze here a few months ago. Don't know if you all remember that, but Texas was in the dark for about a week. Well, in the news just yesterday, I heard that ERCOT is asking Texans to hold off on the power. Don't cool off your homes too much. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just reporting what the news says. So make your own judgments about that. Okay, we got a good show for you coming up. Once again, thank you, everybody, for joining us. Of course, unlike other hosts that can tie half their brains behind their back, I got to use my full brain just to make this show even a tenth as good as his was, and that's a very high bar. And, of course, before the semester is out, you will know who I'm talking about if you haven't figured it out already. We're kind of going back to the first time I came out here on this show. And the first time I was on this mic, and I was, of course, very nervous about it. But I'm here talking to you all, and thank you for joining us. As always, crack open your favorite beverage. Be safe on those roads out there. They are crazy. I can tell you about my drive coming in, but be safe on the roads. And let's get this show started. Of course, keep it under speed limit or at the speed limit. Good afternoon, everyone. You are listening to Vaquero Radio, the Valley's rock station. I am your guest, your rock and roll ambassador, DJ-Z. Okay, I played that promo a little while ago about, saving the planet, whole Earth Day thing going on. Well, I have to tell you, that reminded me of Uncle Ted. Okay, I don't have any of our Uncle Ted's music on here. Uncle Ted, man, I got some news here. This is from, let's see here. This is from Detroit Free Press. This was April the 12th, 2021. And I guess he was doing a concert. And, well, you know how Uncle Ted is. Well, if you don't, he is very outspoken. He is very non-political. He's very biased in his politics. He definitely leans one way. And just a quick thing here about, because this is rock and roll. Let's find out what some of our rock and roll guys are doing. He was doing a concert. He comes up with this question, just proposal. I guess I would ask you because I'm addicted to truth, logic, and common sense. I'm a common sense meter would demand an answer to why we weren't shut down for COVID 1 through 18. That was part of a 12-minute video he gave. And man, I love you, Uncle Ted, like an uncle. but it's actually not called COVID-19. We gave it the name COVID-19. Let's see here. I have here my formerly stained nicotine fingers, hot off the presses. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, it's a virus, severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. It's actually called SARS, CoV-2. It's called SARS. It's a SARS thing. We just named it COVID-19 because it was previously known as the 2019 novel coronavirus. So we gave it the official name of COVID-19 because it happened in 2019 when the first case was reported. That's why it's called COVID-19. Got nothing to do with COVIDs 1 through 18. Love you like an Uncle Ted, but... So that's what it's called. It's actually the SARS virus, and there's many different forms. All right, well, if you're on that road, I got you started off a little heavy there with Slayer. I hope you maintained or tried to maintain the speed limit. Maybe you cracked open another favorite beverage of yours. Let's get this show going. You're here for music. Be safe out there. As we speak, it is 5:23. Get to where you're going home safe. Take a break from your studies and enjoy the hour. Coming from the crossroads, this is the Rock Hour with DJ your rock ambassador. Good afternoon, everyone. It's 5:32. It is now still 87 degrees outside, partly sunny. That would also mean mostly cloudy, or mostly cloudy, partly sunny. Not that much wind outside. This is Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station. I, of course, am your rock ambassador, Z. And you are here. Thank you very much for coming to the show and listening. It is now 5:32. Enjoy. I hope you're having a safe ride home. I hope everything is going well. I hope you're taking a break from those studies. Enjoy your favorite beverage while you're out there. I know I'm enjoying my favorite beverage right here, right now. Everybody, got some news for you. Well, it's not news. There's some interesting tidbits here at the half hour of our show here. And of course, you can always chime in, of course, on the Radio FX app, where you can talk to me. And we even had a music request day a few weeks ago. That was pretty interesting. I actually had people requesting songs. So yes, you do reach me through the app, and yes, I do listen to what you say here. Okay, I got here my formerly stained nicotine hands. If I had Mr. Snurdly working for us, I'd take some phone calls too, but he doesn't work for us, and well, we don't take phone calls. Okay, on this day, did you know? It's a special did you know. Okay, on this day, 1964, after a long day of filming the first movie, Ringo Starr tells the other Beatles, hey, it's been a hard day's night. John Lennon turns the phrase into a song, and the movie title is changed from Beatlemania to A Hard Day's Night. On that note, the Beatles won their only Oscar, taking Best Original Score for their movie Let It Be, back in 1971. That was way before I was born. Way before is a general term. You know, when I tell you something's green, just how green is it? You know, what green comes to your mind? 1972, Billy Joel plays a concert at Sigma Sound Studios in Philadelphia, which is broadcast by the local radio station WMMR. After the show, the station puts his performance of Captain Jack in rotation, and Joel builds a following. This leads to a contract with Columbia Records, which releases Joel's breakthrough album, Piano Man, in 1973. And as we know, of course, the rest is history. Or we could say it's another great radio show host used to say. And you know the rest of the story. Go ahead and chime in. Tell me who that is. I'll let you know who it was that said that if you don't chime in. But yes, he would always say that. Now you know the rest of the story. 1989, Roy Orbison's posthumous single, You Got It, climbs to number 9 in America 4 months after his death. It is his first top 10 in the country since Oh Pretty Woman in 1964. Wait, that was 1989 to 64. Wow, Long time. I'm pretty sure he was up there in the top tens. He just never made it to number one. And we'd have to look that up on the Googles to find out. And on this day in 2001, punk icon Joey Ramone dies. Of the Ramones. Wait, I'm going to look for some Ramones now. Hopefully we got that here. Well, he dies at the age of 49 of lymphoma. Wherever it is you're going, get there safe. Take a break from your studies. Enjoy that favorite beverage. Be safe wherever it is you're going. And let's get on with the show. You are listening to the Rock Hour with Z. I am your DJ. I am your rock ambassador, DJ Z. We were talking about that great radio host later on that said, now you know the rest of the story. That was, of course, the great Paul Harvey. He has since then long passed away. Oh, yeah, I believe it was early 2000s, of maybe even the 90s where he passed away. But yes, that was a sad day, and another awesome radio host passed away. More interesting news tidbits. Tom Morello. In 2008, Tom Morello, one of the great guitarists out there. We could debate all day and who some of these great guitarists are. I know he's one of the greats. I love Tom Morello. Kicks off the Tom Morello Justice Tour in 2008 in Los Angeles, California. 2017, Jethro Tull hits number one on the classical albums chart with Jethro Tull, the String Quartets. So that's some pretty good news there. It is 5:49. This is the quickest hour of radio broadcast day. Unfortunately, this only happens once a week. It will not be another. You're going to have a very long 6 days and 23 hours before you get to hear me again. And as always, thank you for coming out and visiting, listening to my show. I cannot do this without you out there listening. I do appreciate it. And of course, you can always talk to me on the Radio FX app. We do have listeners out there listening. Go ahead, chime in. Let's see if we can get some requests going maybe another one of these days. I know we did that in the past. It worked out pretty good. Okay, it is now 5:50. That was the Ramones. Speaking of the Ramones that we just mentioned there not too long ago, I am going to leave you with two more songs. One of them is one of my favorites by Guns N' Roses. Of course, there's many people that have also done this song. I want to say Cream, the guitarist who worked with Cream. I cannot remember his name. He also did Tears in Heaven, I believe, was another song he did. My goodness, I cannot for the life of me remember his name. Anyway, he did play with Cream, another very excellent band, rock and roll based group off of blues, of course, blues coming from the Crossroads. I will see you again next week, Thursdays at 5 o'clock. Please come and join me. Enjoy that favorite beverage. Whatever it is you're drinking, take a break from your studies, two more songs, and then it's back to the studies and back to cooking dinner, whatever it is you're doing, or maybe pulling up into the driveway. Until next week, once again, thank you for listening, and we will see you.